fired my sister for betraying the family. My parents ran a small Italian restaurant for 20 years. When I turned 23, they made me manager because I actually showed up every day. My sister Nina was 25 and worked as a server but called out sick constantly. Nina started dating Jason from some tech startup downtown. She'd been single for 2 years and was desperate to make it work. She brought him to family dinner after 2 weeks. He complimented Mom's cooking and asked Dad business questions. Dad loved talking shop, so he answered everything. Jason started showing up before closing, sitting at the bar with his laptop. He'd watch how we prepped, how we ran the register. Once I caught him taking notes while Dad explained our supplier relationships to a new cook. "Why are you writing that down?" I asked. "Always looking for business ideas," he said. "Your dad's really smart." Nina started taking pictures in the kitchen during prep. When I asked why, she snapped, "Jason says I should document my work experience. Shows initiative. For what?" "For opportunities," she said, like I was stupid. I let it go. Nina and I had always fought. She thought Dad favored me because he made me manager. 2 months later, a new Italian restaurant opened 4 blocks away, Amore Kitchen. The menu was almost identical to ours. Same lasagna, same carbonara, even Mom's special vinaigrette that took her years to perfect. Our regulars started going there. They had lower prices and a modern dining room. Mrs. Chen stopped coming on Fridays after 10 years. When she finally returned, she looked embarrassed. I wanted to try the new place. Dad's shoulders slumped. Mom stayed late every night going over the books. We had to let go of a cook. I drove past Amore Kitchen one evening. Jason stood in the window wearing a chef's coat, greeting customers. He owned it. I called Nina immediately. "Did you know Jason opened a restaurant?" Silence. Then, "Yeah, he's been working on it." "Nina, their menu is exactly like ours. Italian food is Italian food. They're using Grandma's exact recipes." She got defensive fast. "Stop being paranoid. How would he know unless someone told him?" She hung up. The next morning, I checked our supplier system. Our invoices had been forwarded to an outside email for 3 months. The login timestamps matched Nina's shifts. She'd sent Jason everything. Wholesale prices, supplier contacts, prep schedules, recipes with exact measurements. I showed my parents. Mom covered her mouth. Dad shook his head, voice cracking. "She wouldn't do this." "She did," I said, showing the proof. Mom started crying silently. "Why?" I waited until Sunday dinner to confront her. I wanted the whole family to see. Aunts, uncles, cousins, everyone who'd supported the restaurant. Nina walked in late, checking her phone. "You're not on the schedule anymore," I said. She looked up. "What?" "You're fired. You gave Jason our recipes and supplier information. You helped him steal our business." The room went silent. My aunt gasped. Nina's face went pale. "That's insane," she said, voice shaking. "I have the forwarded emails. Your login. The timestamps match your shifts." Everyone stared at her. She looked around desperately for support. Then she broke down crying. "He said he loved me. He said we'd run it together." Mom stood up. "What?" "Jason needed help with a business plan for investors. He said once he got funding, we'd open a restaurant together and I'd be a partner. I'd finally have something that was mine, not just Dad's scraps." She sobbed harder. "After the grand opening, I asked when we'd make it official. He said he didn't need me anymore, that I was just a waitress and he'd hired real managers. He blocked my number 2 days ago." Nobody moved. Nina collapsed into a chair. "He used me," she whispered. "I thought someone finally saw me as more than the screw-up daughter, but he just wanted our recipes." Dad's voice was ice cold. "You destroyed our family for a guy you knew 3 months." "I thought he loved me," Nina said, devastated. "I thought I'd finally have something of my own." "You had us," I said. "You threw that away." My uncle broke the silence. "You need to leave. Now." Nina looked at Mom, desperate. Mom turned her back. Nina grabbed her purse with shaking hands and ran out. The door slammed. We sat in silence for 10 minutes. Finally, Dad spoke. "We'll save the restaurant. We always do." It took 6 months of brutal work. We changed recipes to make them feel new. Started Sunday cooking classes for extra money. Slowly rebuilt our customer base. Mrs. Chen came back for good. Amore Kitchen closed after a year because Jason didn't know how to actually run a restaurant long term. Nina called Mom a few times. Mom finally answered once. Nina apologized and asked to come back to work. Mom was quiet, then said, "You made your choice when you picked him over us."